flying directly over the office as you, Kim, who's going to federal prison. He's going to be deported. And Juan Careto, he's going to federal prison and he's going to be deported. Him and his wife, Carmen Careto. The entity engages in what is threatening your life, terrorizing you as you document the people. The people are in the shoes of the state. You're documenting the state as you document the people. The state, as this whole system is being broken down, no demon-possessed government actor can protect the co-conspirator, the people of the state. They're terrorists together, and the terrorists engage in more terrorism as you document the people of the state who are terrorists as well. So I want to be clear, Juan Careto of 1818 North Alvarado Street, apartment number 6, and you, Kim, federal group stalking and monitoring underway, crossing path in sync with the demons of LAPD who are stalking at 10:05. It's currently 10:15. This is minute by minute, just repeating helicopter activity while they're engaged in Title 18, Section 22618, subsections 1 and 2, criminal conduct. Everybody's going to federal prison, and the time in federal prison, this is federal stalking. They're engaging in monitoring with LAPD. They are engaging in this conduct monitoring on my phone and threatening and terrorizing me while they are aware of who's being documented. The people of the state that go to federal prison, they're all going to federal prison. This is serving for an enhancement to charges and sentencing. While you document the entity that's engaged in 24-hour surveillance, you shall not engage in more terrorism, threatening their life, their safety, kidnapping, criminal defamation, obstruction of justice like Speaker Companies has engaged in, and avoid time in federal prison. So that's what Juan Careto and you, Kim, are engaging in while the entity stalks me, terrorizes me in a helicopter, which is why you're hearing it while I'm inside of my office right now. Door closed, windows closed. The demons that you just saw at 10:05 are right now engaging in federal group stalking monitoring again while I am going to document. That's also exposing the mental illness of the demon possessed. They engage to their own demise. You are witnessing the end of your secret system. And you're talking about an inability to connect those dots. This is a psychopath, okay? These psychopaths are filling law enforcement agencies. These psychopaths are stalking in helicopters right now, trying to stop someone whom they will never stop. This person that they're terrorizing, I'm going to identify them specifically by name. They will be going to federal prison. They will forever be done with law enforcement. And the acts of terrorism that they engaged in, they will serve as an example to the rest of the country as to what's not acceptable under any circumstances. And the people of the state engage in surveillance using communication devices, calling, which is audible activity. This is a demon that's showing hostility. They're not making any phone calls. The demons come on to the ground. They're living here, group stalking. They're coming onto the grounds, which is what FedEx is doing in the specific environment, group stalking, delivering a package, delivering food, coming up and picking somebody, calling yourself Lyft in the same specific environment. You're doing so while the entity is stalking a helicopter. That's grounds of federal prison while you engage in the elements of monitoring. I've documented this pattern over and over and over again. And this is while you're subject to surveillance. So I want to be clear, Juan Careto's time in federal prison, 1818 North Alvarado Street, apartment number 6, Juan Careto and Carmen Careto. Documented impunity and malice, okay? Some baseless grounds of determination. Those are particularly determined demons who are not even natural born citizens. They can be determined outside of this country to engage in terrorism after they sit in federal prison. And you, Kim, a very heavily documented group stalker who does not need to speak English. His demon possession is fully known and identified through his criminal conduct in sync with demons who are stalking in helicopter and also engaging in surveillance via communication devices in violation of Title 18. This is what the whole property is engaging on a 24-hour basis. Everybody's going to federal prison for what the people of the state are doing as a community living at an apartment complex, and 24-hour group stalking is underway and federal stalking in violation of Title 18. They are acting in sync with the demons that come onto the ground, the population that comes onto the grounds, group stalking, that come onto and violate federal stalking statute, Title 18, 22618, Title 18, 22618 through the emails and whatnot. It's all public information. The entity is also going to be prosecuted for violating federal housing policies, while this surveillance of my communication device and the communication devices that I do work on are public information. Engaging in the elements of monitoring, you are violating federal housing rules while you're doing that as well. And that's an independent basis of federal prosecution. I'm just blowing the whistle as to everything that, for example, Heather Teal is going to serve time in federal prison for. She is under no circumstances avoiding it while the entity is engaging in terrorism. And Juan Careto and you, Kim, are particularly those who are being documented. Let me be clear. They are the people of the state. So this is the pattern, and this is the specific environment, and it is currently 10:19 a.m. And the entity is engaging in what is amplification. And you are necessarily stalking in the path, amplifying the helicopter activity. It's the same when the demons are at a great distance, flying in relevant position, and yet I'm hearing helicopter activity in my office. This is P.O.C, maintaining presence in the path. All right, it is currently 10:20 a.m. There's no sun. that's going to be over me as I'm documenting at 10:29 in the morning at what is on this day in 2022. Okay, see, everybody that's living at this property is engaged in 24-hour surveillance with the state. That's engaging in massive terrorism and harassment, like they do. This is how the demons act up every day, and that's why LAPD, you are not too big. You are not under any circumstances, and perhaps these are one of the many lessons that they're going to learn. You're not above the law. You're not too big for the law, and it's not too big to correct the false narrative that's out here in the world about LAPD, that you should reference them in your TV shows or in movies or identify them. They are in every regard shameful. Okay, unless you bow down to Satan yourself, this is nothing to name in any sort of TV show or to emulate outside of showing what is the lessons that you learn from serving Satan, the depths to which you plummet when you serve Satan, and the ways in which you will face judgment for it. Because not only are they facing judgment based on who it is that they bow to, who is a defeated creation, and I'm referencing the spirit of Satan, I'm also talking about the criminal conduct that is nothing other than the fruits of what it is that is wrong with you in your spirit, and that's why you have this demonic activity underway, which is manifesting in criminal conduct that I have captured for purposes of prosecuting it in a federal court. It is currently 10:21 a.m. This is P.O.C. This is crossing paths in the parking lot. Okay, and that was Jackie sitting in the black Pathfinder, engaging in surveillance while the entity is group stalking, flying over my office. She's going to federal prison, her and her mom. Okay, and I believe her mom's not a natural born citizen. You're not going to in any way lessen application of federal law. I don't care how aged they are. That's more of a threat, by the way. They're doing it with little 10-year-old girls. More of a threat, flying in circles in helicopter while this little girl is group stalking you. Okay, sent by her mother or her father, group stalking you, threatening your life. I don't care if you're bent over on a walker. You're out of this country if you're not even a natural born citizen. That's the first way you're getting rid of it. That's the first way you're cleansing the population. P.O.C. All right. It is currently 10:21 a.m.